Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone's well and healthy. Today we're going to do the story of Elisha and the angel army. It is found in 2 Kings chapter 6, beginning with verse 8. Now, at this time, Israel and Aram they're having little skirmishes, really. At one time, they had been allies against the Assyrians, but once that had calmed down and Ahab had died, Aram um, restarted the skirmishes against Israel because they were in a more fragile place and they're trying to take over. Anyway, while this is going on, Elisha keeps getting revelation about where the king of Aram is going to be, where he's going to attack, etc. So he would send word to the king of Israel and he'd be like, hey, watch out for this spot, don't go here, blah, blah, blah. So the king of Aram is getting highly frustrated because every time he goes to ambush them or anything like that, they already know. And so he's like, what the heck? And he's like, well, I only tell my leaders, so somebody has to be a traitor. So he calls all of his generals and leaders in and he says, hey, one of you are a traitor, you need to fess up. And they're like, it's not us. He's like, it has to be. They're like, no, there's this prophet in Israel, his name's Elisha. They're like, you could say a whisper, a secret in your bedroom, and he's gonna know, like God tells him. And so the king's like, okay, fine, go get him, like go capture him. We need this to stop. And so they go out with some of their men, and they go at night, and they surround the city of Dothan where Elisha is. So then that way, in the morning, like no one can escape, right? And it's like a surprise attack. So the next morning, Elisha's servant wakes up and he's doing his thing and he's outside and he's like, oh my gosh. And he's like terrified, right? So he goes running in and he's like, Master, the Armenians, they've surrounded the city. They're here to take you. And Elisha's like, calm down. It's going to be okay. And he's like, no, you don't understand. They've like surrounded the whole entire city. And he's like, you don't understand, actually. Elisha is saying to his servant, because those who are for us are much greater than those who are against us. And the servant's like, actually, maybe you should come outside and take a look. And so Elisha's like, oh. He's like, God, open his eyes. And he meant like his spiritual eyes. So God opens his eyes and he can see an angel army surrounding even the Armenian army. And the number is greater than the Armenian army. And so he's like, oh, okay, we're good. So the Armenians come down into the city. You know, they're looking for Elisha. And so Elisha saw God strike them blind. And so the Bible says that God struck them blind. And so when the captain came up to Elisha's like, oh, this isn't the road that you're looking for. This is not the city. This is not the place. So a little pause. So there's a little controversy about this verse, right? Because, well, if they're riding their horse and they're talking to Elisha, they're not blind, right? And so it is probably more that it means like blind as in they're confused. They can't see what's going on around them, okay? It's one of the root words could mean like they're dazed, they're bedazzled almost like they don't know what's going on. And so the captain's like, oh, really? And Elisha's like, yeah, no problem. Let me take you to the right place. And they're like, oh, thank you very much. Right? So Elisha takes them to Samaria, where the king of Israel is. And he's like, okay, guy, you can open their eyes now. And they open their eyes and they're in Samaria, like surrounded by the king and his men. Right? So they've been captured, basically. And the king's like, so should I kill them? And Elisha's like, no, you shouldn't kill them. They're captured, right? Like, you wouldn't take your captured enemies and like start killing them. That's not the way. He's like, actually, go ahead and give them food and water. Actually, like, throw them a party, and then send them back to their king. And so the king's like, okay. So he does that, and he sends them back to the king. And this interchange actually caused the king of Aram to put everything on hold for a bit and stop the skirmishes. So that's the story of Elisha and the angel army. All right, guys. Hope you have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.